Let's dive into the NBA, huh? We got Mavs Celtics coming up. Hopefully, more entertaining of a series than the conference finals, right?
Yeah. What do you guys see as the biggest challenges or hurdles for each team? Like,
Well,
where's the. Oh,
before we get into that, I want everyone's predictions.
I like
hmm,
it.
I'll
Go around
start.
the horn here.
In six.
I got Celtics in seven.
Jake,
I have Celtics in five.
I got Celtics in six. So, Luke, I want to hear you. Why? Are
My
we
my
that
only
much of Luca
rationale is like,
believers?
what's up?
Are we believing in Luca and Kyrie that much?
Yeah, I think so. And if you look at the Eastern Conference and their path, look who they've played. They've played all teams where all the players, a lot of their star players for each team have been out. So why not? Why not, baby? Let's ride the Mavs train.
Luke, if this were around the horn, I'd bottom you. I'd bottom arrow you. But it's not, so I can't.
No, but that's what I believe. I believe Mavs in six. Lock it in.
All right, Jake, let's hear your thoughts. Why Celtics?
Yeah, I think they're gonna be overpowering. Of course, though, I mean Kyrie and Luca, they'll put on tremendous performances, but I know we were bashing Tatum a little bit. I believe in him and in Brown. You look at Drew Holiday, you look at Derek White. I just think they have much deeper team. Love their whole makeup. I think the big piece though too will be Porzingis. Like where's he at after being unhealthy? But we'll see. I am just leaning Celtics though. For right now.
Bone?
Bowman? Okay, I'll go. All right. I think the X factor for this whole series is Drew Holiday and his defense. I think obviously you have Kyrie and Luca, who one of them he's going to guard and at least probably cut his production by 25%, maybe more. And you got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who great duo, hard to stop. I think Jaylen Brown should have a very good series. And Tatum, I mean, who are you going to have guard Tatum the whole game if you want Luca to play well on offense? I mean, that's just my opinion. I think they're too deep on the depth chart too. So that's what I got, Celtics in seven. But it is going to be a good series. This is the first finals in years I'm actually excited to watch because there's usually just kind of like a blowout or it's like I'm just not that interested. So this is actually one I'm looking forward to.
I have Celtics in six. Everyone knows Luca's going to go off for 32 minimum every single game. And you're going to have your Luca game where he goes for also 40 plus, and they're going to win. You're going to have your Kyrie game. I'm sorry. Something in my throat. You have your Kyrie game where he's definitely going to go off. However, I agree with you guys. I think Boston has way too much firepower. Kyrie, since he left Boston, is 0-12 in the Garden. So that is definitely a stat to look forward to, and see kind of how he returns to that crowd that really, doesn't like him at all. But it'll be interesting to see how Boston kind of spreads out Dallas, because Dallas definitely spread out Minnesota because they're so tall and they play so much in the paint. They're so deep there too as well. But with that Luca and Lively pick and roll, it's so easy to break that down. However, Boston can now do that with Dallas when you have wing shooters like Al Horford who can bring Lively out deep. You have PJ Washington and covering Kristaps Porzingis. I think it's just a big matchup down there. And yes, you have Drew Holiday guarding Doncic, but it's not just going to be that. It's going to be multiple different switches that they're going to have to play on him, give him multiple different looks and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a very interesting series, but I think Boston just has too much firepower for Dallas. If Dallas gets, I don't want to say like a third star, but a third role player that isn't like Josh Green. Because Boston does. It has too much depth in the front court, the back court, as well as on the bench as well. So it should be a very fun series. It's a series I've been looking forward to, but I think it's going to be 4-2 though.
I can't wait to prove you guys wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'll be running a victory lap on here when this thing, when the Mavs win, and yeah,
Who do
let's
you
go.
who do you guys think wins Finals MVP?
Luca, of course. Oh, duh.
Tatum. I think it's Tatum.
Yeah, I think it's stupid not to go with Tatum. But I do think no, it's going to be Tatum. I would
Good.
love for it to be Drew Holiday, but it's going to be Tatum.
Yeah, it's got to be Tatum. And another thing as well, I forgot to include, they have playoff experience. they've been in the conference finals like each of the past 4 or 5 years. They've made a finals. They've played in big games like this. Naturally, yes, Kyrie has, but a lot of that Dallas team has not played in big games like this.
Mhm.
Big finals, conference
Well,
finals games. So this
I don't know
this
what to
should be
tell you.
definitely a test for them as well.
Mavs in 6, baby.
Yeah.
Mavs in
Very
6.
true.
And when do those kick off? Thursday? Yeah,
Thursday night. Yep.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
It's been a weird period
Mhm.
that there's been so much downtime between the last games and this. I do hate that.
Hmm. Completely agree.
And any other NBA? Real quick, Chandler Parsons making some news. It seems like who wanted to touch on that?
It
I
was
believe it was
me.
Luke. Luke
I
wanted to
think
touch
we've let our
base.
resident Grizzly fan
Yeah,
handle that.
resident Grizzly fan. I hate Chandler Parsons. He's a goofball. He obviously, he signed a contract and basically got like no minutes. He played no minutes. He signed like a 4-year, $95 million contract and just like sat on the bench or didn't even show up to the arena. But anyway, he made some comments. I don't even know where it came from, but in like the last couple months, I guess he's on a podcast. Either I think it's maybe through FanDuel. But basically, he was just saying that who was it? Kristaps Porzingis and Luka had some beef, and Luka, quickly chimed in and he said, "Yo, you have no idea. I've talked to you once, maybe or twice, and there's no beef between both him, Luka, and Kristaps Porzingis." So I don't know. Chandler Parsons is just trying to make himself relevant again. There's no need to. You took all our money from the Grizzlies, so just go play golf or something like that. Just go sit and go sip on bourbon or something. I don't know. Go like do something other than talk. Anyway, that's
Luke,
all I have to say.
Luke, Chandler Parsons or Dylan Brooks?
Dude, I'll take Dylan Brooks all day. Yeah, at least Dylan Brooks put minutes in, and he was actually. I mean, beside all the other antics and him being shooting like 0 for 30 some nights, like at least he there was some production from the defensive side of things.
Yeah.
Chandler Parsons or Iguodala?
Oh my gosh, you're just hitting the home run, aren't you? Probably Andre Iguodala. That really didn't affect us too much. I mean, I think we just bought out his contract, which wasn't $95 million and a roster spot. But yeah,
And
Chandler Parsons he's a bum.